Potential plans for Cody Rhodes' WWE return have been revealed. William Regal has apologised after his AEW debut, and all of the WWE 2K22 DLC stars have been revealed, so stay tuned. But first of all, look who it is! It's a fresh face.
Yeah, it is a fresh face. I've finally got out the toilet. I've stopped cleaning the toilet.
He's done it. Please welcome Fraser Porter to the news. We are kicking things off with Cody Rhodes news. I know you're a little bit fed up of it. We might be a little bit fed up of it too. I just want it to happen now. But we've got potential WWE return plans if they happened, courtesy of Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer. This was talked about on the radio show, with Dave saying that WWE wanted Cody to debut on Monday's Raw in Jacksonville. The quote here is, obviously WWE wants him for WrestleMania. Time is running out. There's Raw on Monday in Jacksonville. If he's going to be at WrestleMania, it would make sense to me that he would debut in Jacksonville, if they have a deal, which we don't know. It's if he's not there, I would presume that the deal is not closed because that was the day that they wanted him, from what I understand. So he's obviously heard something that they did indeed want him there. And what a power move for WWE to do that.
It would be crazy. That's like running in AEW's territory completely. Yeah. And what bigger move than bringing their EVP over?
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I really like it. I think like all of the sort of competition stuff aside, and like WWE staff have said before, hey, we don't see them as competition. That's obviously a competitive move, but there's a lot of drama there, and I think that's just a fun way of doing it.
It makes it great for us.
Yeah,
it makes
it
really, really fun. Like it's every day we're coming in and there's something new about Cody Rhodes, and
I have no idea what's going on. I've stopped almost thinking about it because I'm just clueless on it.
Yeah.
I think we're being potentially worked by various parties here, whether it's WWE, whether it's Cody, whether it's AEW, and I love the unpredictability of it. If he goes back to AEW, there's loads of interesting stuff that you can do there. If he goes to WWE, there's loads of interesting stuff that you can do there.
Yeah, totally. I think if it's exciting, Tuesday morning, do you think we will have seen him debut?
No. I'm locking in no, but I'd be happy to be proven wrong on this one. What about you?
At the moment, I'm going to say no. Purely just, it seems like it's too tight a turnaround if they've still not got a deal. But it's wrestling.
But yeah, everything's kept so under wraps, isn't it? We just don't know. Let us know what you think.
He's not letting anything slip.
No, he certainly isn't. No. As far as I know, he's growing a beard and he's retired. That's what I've been told anyway.
Maybe it's Pharaoh that's debuting.
Yeah, maybe. If they've signed Pharaoh.
Yeah, the dog. Get the fireworks going.
Next up, over to AEW. William Regal has apologised over on Twitter for his promo, which, first of all, before we get to it, he has nothing to apologise for. That was one of my favourite bits of TV this year, full stop. So he took to Twitter saying, "This is a professional note from me, as I have no other form of social media, and I would rather my new colleagues see this, as I don't like gossip. I'm very sorry to everyone affected by my time issues last night. I apologise to everyone personally affected. I should be showing people by example and being a pro and hitting my times." If you missed this, following the tag match, the sort of debut tag match of Danielson and Moxley, Regal taking to the mic, he thanked Tony Schiavone in this beautiful emotional display, and then he bigged up both men, Danielson more than Moxley.
It was like he loves Danielson. He just sort of neglected Moxley a little bit.
He's like, this is the best professional wrestler in the world, and John Moxley, he's mental.
He's also here. He is here too.
It was brilliant though, and it was so poignant, and it was lovely that he did the thing for Schiavone. I actually, it's weird. It's not weird, but William Regal thanking Schiavone for making his career. One day I'm going to do the same to Regal, because I wouldn't be sat in this chair. This sounds bonkers without William Regal, right? Because when I did that wrestling documentary 10 years ago or so, when I was at university, I was desperate to get it out there, and I tweeted everybody involved in British wrestling begging for a retweet, basically. Regal was the only one that did it. So he retweeted it, and then it got picked up by some wrestling magazines, wrestling websites and stuff like that. It got featured in a few places, did a fair number of hits, and apparently that was the reason that What Culture hired me, because I'd made something already fairly successful in wrestling media. So without William Regal retweeting that, so one day I'll be stood...
Get on a desert island graphs.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Please. When we launch Cultaholic Pro Wrestling, William Regal's going to come in and I'm going to bow down and kiss his feet. Over to Matt Hardy related news. Obviously, Jeff Hardy debuting on AEW this week. Very exciting stuff. He has signed an AEW contract extension. This is Matt. He revealed on Twitch, I've extended my contract with AEW. I'm going to be there a little while longer, and they matched myself and Jeff's contracts up, which is very cool.
That's good. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that. They seem quite high on Matt Hardy in terms of just staying with the company.
Yeah,
so
for
like,
sure.
It's not a surprise he signed his contract, but it's nice that Jeff and him will have that same amount of time together.
Yeah, and I think like they want to keep Matt around because Matt Hardy's value has actually been increased by Jeff coming in, because they're more of a cell together. They're like the Hardy Boys. This could be their final run together, and there's money on the table there, far more than Matt, or I would also argue a Jeff solo run.
No, totally. I mean, you heard the pop when Jeff came down to the ring, and the classic music went off as he's doing his little dance
while his brother's being beaten up.
Well, yeah, he's having a bit of fun.
He is having a bit of fun.
He's
Speaking of
himself.
fun, WWE 2K22 has its big release today. You could have already gotten the
NWO or the deluxe editions. You could be playing.
That's been out for from the start of this week, but the general release is today. And yesterday, WWE or 2K rather, releasing all of the DLC stars to look forward to. There's lots of names to go through here. There's some odd choices, right? You've got the Banzai pack featuring Yokozuna, big lad, Umaga, big lad, Rikishi, big lad,
big.
Omos, big lad, Casey Catanzaro,
Small.
small lad. I don't understand why she's in the Banzai pack, but yeah, there you go. The most wanted pack, Cactus Jack, Foley, an absolute legend. Boogeyman, kids love him, most wanted, makes sense. Vader,
Hall of Famer.
legend, Hall of Famer, you're getting inducted this year. Ilya Dragunov, NXT UK champion. Indy Hartwell,
Yeah, I'm surprised she's not in the base game, honestly. The rest of the way are.
Weird, isn't it? It is weird. I want her anyway. Stand backpack, Hurricane Helms, Stacy Keebler, A-Kid, Wesley, Nash Carter. You got the clowning around pack. Doink makes sense. He's a lot of fun. Mr. T, celebrity. He's good at catchphrases and everything. Rick Boogs, you've got there.
Totally,
he's a hoot and a holler.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Dewdrop, she's had some comedic moments.
She's quite funny,
She is. She's a lot. British Bulldog. Ronda Rousey.
Absolute clown.
She's a laugh, isn't she? She's just the whole damn pack featuring Rob Van Dam, Logan Paul, Machine Gun Kelly, LA Knight, Josiah Lee, and Commander Aziz. So these are released from the beginning of April, starting with the Banzai pack, up to the whole damn pack on July the 19th. A few notable omissions this year. You've got Carmelo Hayes, Caden Carter, and a really big one in Bron Breakker.
It's weird because we've heard like rumors that they were trying to get Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes in the game, and they've been around for a while now. You would think they'd be in the base game or at least DLC.
I was expecting them to be in one of the late release DLCs at the
They haven't said this is the complete amount of DLC. They put asterisks next to them all.
Right,
so there could be more to come, but
fingers crossed. It'd be a shame not to have a legit official Bron Breakker, especially in the game.
Especially if he goes to the main roster.
Yeah, which apparently they're eyeing him up sooner rather than later. Well, I thought he'd be in NXT for some time, but obviously they see something in him. So 2K content we've got coming up. I'm starting tonight, 9 p.m. GMT. Are we GMT still?
Yeah,
9
GMT.
p.m. 9 p.m. GMT. Starting with the My Rise mode every day for the next week or so. So 9 p.m. They're all scheduled now. Sorry for filling your sub box up with those. That was my bad. So go and set reminders now. We've also got every new game mode coming on Sunday afternoon. Tom giving a review focusing on the new game modes as well as the improvements to the existing game modes and the gameplay itself. So check those out. We are finishing with more video game news, and this is WWE SuperCard. And I'm just basically going to read this. This was a post on Reddit, and it's my favorite bit of news that we've potentially ever done.
Save the best to last, absolutely.
Exactly.
It's the main event.
The WWE SuperCard app just released a set of new cards. The second highest ranking male card is
It's Veer.
It's Veer. He's ranked higher than The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Batista, and Steve Austin.
As he should be.
Yeah, I agree.
As he should be.
I had to share this just because of how goddamn hilarious it is. In game, he's better than all of the above, plus a retro Rocky Myers, Edge, Randy Orton, Diesel, Razor Ramon. He is better than everyone, almost. The only male superstar ahead of Veer is Roman Reigns. Other than that, event cards have inflated stats. To put this into perspective, it would be if like Veer's 2K22 rating was 96.
Which would make him the highest in the game.
Excellent.
It's incredible.
Well, as you say, deserved.
Everyone needs to get Veer now in 2K SuperCard.
Absolutely. Download SuperCard now and make sure you Veer it up. We got one more thing to plug before we go. We have started a relationship, or we're continuing a relationship, but we're giving another plug to Wrestle Crate. Wrestle Crate is you get a crate full of wrestling merchandise, t-shirts, signed
little
stuff,
goodies.
Loads and loads of stuff. And we partnered up with them, so if you enter code Cultaholic at checkout, then you get 2 for the price of 1 in your first month. They're gonna double. You get 2 Wrestle Crates in one box.
Insane value.
You've only got until the end of this weekend to do it. So if you want to do that, it's incredible value. Use code Cultaholic. There's a link in the description right now. So click that and get yourself a load of brilliant wrestling merch. And just for transparency's sake, we get a few quid too, obviously. So thanks to Wrestle Crate for doing that. We'll be back with some more news, loads of 2K content coming up, and we've got a heap of content coming up this weekend as well. Didn't Fraser do wonderfully?
Thank you.
Round of applause for Fraser in the chat too. Take care of yourselves. See you in a bit.